If you've been following this channel, you know Singapore might surprise you, not just with skyscrapers and hawker food, but with its hidden biodiversity. But beneath all that lush greenery lies a different kind of thrill: dangerous animals. Now, you will not find tigers or bears over here, but there are some creatures that might seriously ruin your day or land you in the hospital. Let's get one thing straight: wildlife isn't out there to get you. Most species only become risky if they feel threatened, cornered, or we do something ill-advised. For this video, I've sorted them into 4 categories: non-aggressive and non-deadly, aggressive but not deadly, non-aggressive but deadly, and aggressive and deadly. And I'll be rating each animal on a scale of 1 to 10 based on how dangerous they can be. Before we begin, for those new to my channel, my name is Terrence and I've been a wildlife photographer and videographer here in Singapore for over 10 years. My aim is to spread awareness about the biodiversity here in Singapore as well as around the world. And I've also worked with multiple brands and organizations to create content around wildlife and wildlife photography. With that said, let's begin. Number 1. Long-tailed macaques. These intelligent monkeys are a common sight at places like Bukit Timah Hill and MacRitchie Reservoir. Over time, humans have habituated them by feeding, and this makes them bold. They can show aggression without provocation and deliver bites that are not lethal but can lead to some serious infections if left untreated. So, these monkeys may not kill you, but their bites can be medically significant, so I give them a solid 7 out of 10. Number 2. The Malayan blue coral snake. Meet the death by 100 steps. The blue coral snake, native to our forest but rarely seen. Its venom, called calotoxin, triggers instant paralysis by trapping sodium channels open. But fortunately, human fatalities are extremely rare. There's no known antivenom for these species, which means if you're unlucky enough to be bitten by one, you'll collapse before even being able to take 100 steps away, hence its name. That said, it is elusive and non-aggressive toward people, which earns it a 5 out of 10 on the danger scale. Number 3. Wild boars. Wild boars in Singapore can weigh up to 100 kilograms and live over 2 decades. They usually remain timid, unless provoked or cornered. But in recent years, there have been real incidents, multiple hospital admissions from deep lacerations, some requiring stitches and surgery. In one shocking case, a 40-year-old man required over 20 stitches after a boar attack in Bukit Panjang. In recent years, wild boars were trapped and removed in our country, and NParks has installed fences and cattle grids to reduce incursions into residential zones. Because of their size and unpredictability, wild boars rate in 8 out of 10. Now, remember, if you encounter a wild boar, always stay calm, back away slowly, and never feed or corner them. Number 4. Cobras. Singapore hosts 2 main cobra species: the equatorial spitting cobra and the king cobra. The king cobra, though not technically a true cobra, is the longest venomous snake in the world. One bite can be powerful enough to kill large prey in a single strike. The spitting cobra, though smaller, can shoot venom into eyes and blind victims. Most cobra encounters are completely avoidable. These snakes are not aggressive unless threatened. Hence, while potentially lethal, I'd rate them a 5 out of 10. Number 5. Monitor lizards. In Singapore, we commonly encounter the Malayan water monitor lizard, which is often mistaken to be a Komodo dragon. Fun fact for you, Komodo dragons only live on the island of Komodo and its surrounding regions, and there are no Komodos in Singapore except in our zoos. These Malayan water monitors may look large and imposing, and their bite can lead to some serious infection, making hospital treatment necessary. Still, these lizards are extremely shy and often flee at the sight of humans. Given their low aggression but potential for harm, I'd rank them a 3 out of 10. Number 6. The saltwater crocodile. I suppose it comes as no surprise for people to know that there are crocodiles here in Singapore. Saltwater crocodiles, our largest crocodilian species, are generally found in the mangroves of the northwest. Globally, they can grow from 3 to beyond 6 meters, depending on habitat and prey availability. In Singapore, limited food sources mean they typically do not grow that large, but they remain formidable. Most live in protected areas with clear warning signs. So unless you actively enter their territory, such as being stupid and kayaking or swimming in crop-infested waters, the risk remains low. Still, because they can be lethal, I rate them a 4 out of 10. Number 7. The unassuming but deadliest threat, mosquitoes, especially the Aedes mosquito. Dengue is endemic in Singapore, with annual incidents ranging from 20 to 330 cases per 100,000 people, depending on outbreak severity. For instance, during the record-breaking 2020 outbreak, Singapore saw over 35,000 dengue cases and 32 deaths. No wonder this insect tops the danger list, a 10 out of 10. And as a little bonus, let's talk about number 8, the actual most dangerous species in Singapore, humans. Now, you might argue whether humans should count as animals, but biologically speaking, we definitely are. And without question, we're also the most dangerous and destructive of them all. Think about it. No other creature in Singapore has the power to transform entire landscapes in just a few decades. We've cleared forests, drained swamps, and reshaped coastlines. Over the past 2 centuries, humans have driven countless species here to local extinction. Tigers, leopards, tapirs, even animals as small as butterflies or frogs. So, while a wild boar might injure a person once in a while, humans have wiped out entire ecosystems. And it's not just habitat destruction. Humans have also introduced invasive species, fed and habituated wildlife until they turn aggressive, and in some cases outright abused or hunted animals. If we look at sheer impact, nothing comes close to the fearsome nature of human activity. So yes, if we are being honest, the number 1 threat in Singapore's wild spaces isn't the cobra, the crocodile, the mosquito, it's us. We're aggressive, destructive, and our score is absolutely off the charts. Now, of course, there are plenty of other animals that could also be considered dangerous if we're being thorough. Kraits, for example, highly venomous snakes that are rarely seen but do occasionally turn up, or even creatures that you would not think twice about, like crows. They've been documented dive-bombing people during nesting season to protect their young. Head out to the coast and you might run into jellyfish or other stingers. Nothing to play around with if you're in the water. So yes, dangerous animals in Singapore might sound a little dramatic as a title, and honestly I hesitated before making this video. But hey, it catches attention and hopefully it gets people thinking about how they share space with wildlife. The truth is, most of these animals are not actively out to harm anybody. They become dangerous when provoked, surprised, or when humans make bad decisions, feeding, cornering, or simply just not paying attention. In my 10 years of photographing wildlife here in Singapore, I've had far more close encounters than the average person, yet never once a truly threatening situation. That's proof enough that for me, respect, awareness, and a bit of common sense are the best tools that we have. Stay respectful, stay alert, and remember, awareness goes a long way. If you found this enlightening, hit that like button, subscribe for more wildlife breakdowns, and leave a comment. You can also support this channel by buying me a cup of coffee, link in the description down below. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep exploring the wild that's closer than you think.